Welcome back to another episode of Queen's Opinion Podcast. I am your host, Queen Kira, and today I have a special guest by the name of Janelle. Hi, Janelle.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. Welcome on.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Thanks for coming. So I know we was talking earlier, and we were just talking about as we get older and just different ventures and stuff that we do in life that come with changing the set of people that you hang with. So, how has that been for you as far as pertaining your circle, friends? How are you now with that?
I'm getting better.
Okay.
I find that it's harder as you get older, especially when you have kids.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I moved to a new city
Okay.
about 7 years ago. I moved here.
Okay.
So I had to rebuild that whole circle. And it's difficult.
Yeah.
Life gets in the way. But friendships have always been important to me.
Okay.
So
Do you still have certain friends that you deal with from your past to your now, or have they helped, or have they had to go away, or had to grow out of some people?
majority of them have faded away.
Gotcha.
Or I have phased them out of my life.
Okay.
I would
Why?
say. Um, I'm a big effort person, so if I'm putting in more effort than you are,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna step back.
Gotcha.
So I have a few friends. Like I have one best friend who's been my friend since I don't know 2007.
Okay.
Um, and then I have some college friends that I still talk to, and then I've got like a couple of good friends here.
Gotcha.
So I've been slowly building up my core group again.
Okay. Now, what made you just say, listen, I got to do something different? And it's not, because, sometimes people take friendship out of context as far as you think you're better than me now because you're doing this or you're doing that, or you never would have thought you would not be friends with that person. What made you feel like you needed to basically change your scenery or your direction of friendships with people?
I think it took me a long time to realize that not everybody's your friend. You meet people, like
Yeah.
I'm very outgoing. I like people. I'm happy to talk to somebody that I don't know, but realizing that they're not your friend,
Yeah.
or they're a friend for a certain circumstance, or maybe a friend for a certain season. So that has, I've learned to really understand that. My mom used to tell me that all the time.
Everybody not your friend.
Right.
Yes.
And I didn't get it, but as I get older now, I'm like, okay, I see qualities in people where I'm like, okay, they're truly a friend to me. Or
Yeah.
we're just, we're cool. We hang out. We have a good time together, but they're not like somebody that I would really rely on.
Okay, I get it. I get it. So how do you feel like you are in people's lives? Do you feel like some people had to cut you off in order for them to do whatever they choose to do or where they are in life? Did you ever see it that way? Because we quick to say, I cut such and such off, or I got to pivot and move different. So me and this person that was once this, we're no longer that, and it's okay. How do you feel about if somebody felt like that towards you?
Good question.
We never answer that part to go into that detail.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Maybe because two friends that I had from high school,
Okay.
we essentially stopped talking once I moved
To Georgia?
Georgia.
Okay.
And I think because I was going through a lot of life changes, like I had just gotten married right before we moved here. And with certain things in my life, I can be very private.
Yeah.
So, long story short.
No, seriously.
But so I met my husband. We were friends for a while.
Okay.
And then when we finally started dating, we dated very quickly because I
Okay.
already knew him. So we dated for like a year and a half. And then we decided we were going to get married.
Okay.
Because at that point, I had been dating. I'm like, I know what I want.
Yeah, I know,
right?
yeah.
So when I told them I'm getting married, it was kind of like, well, like, why so fast? And like,
Yeah.
why didn't you tell us?
The
And I'm just
judgment
like,
zone.
right. And
Yeah.
I was just like, well, I know what I want. I know what I'm doing. So I think with all the changes happening so quickly, they were just like, I don't know if I was moving too fast for them.
Yeah.
Or maybe I was outgrowing them because they were still in serious relationships, but not really
Gotcha.
progressing.
Okay.
So I don't know if I was too progressive and they were just not ready. Maybe they were jealous. Maybe they're envious. I don't know.
Yeah.
So maybe they were looking at me in a different way. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
I get
possible.
it.
That's a good question.
Yeah, that is. Because sometimes too, when you're trying to do something different in life, and it's okay, but when people are not on the same page as you, you tend to feel like, you know what, nothing personal towards you, but I got to go because either they're going to be on the same page that
Right.
you're on, trying to be, just as good or better or trying to do stuff in life, or you got to do what's going to be best
Right.
for you. And I think sometimes people don't realize what's best for you is what's going to count and matter for you moving forward and how you want your life. So it's even with your marriage. A lot of people drop too when your volume of your relationship goes up and you're moving forward in life and they could be not ready, still playing the fence or partying. And there's nothing wrong with those things,
Right.
just not where you are in life.
Yeah.
So I definitely get that. How does your husband feel about like your change of friends, or has he said anything, or how
No,
is he?
I think I don't think I don't want to say he cares, but
I
like he
get it.
knows that I make friends anywhere.
Yeah.
So I don't think he even like remembers.
I got you. Okay.
But like I said, I'm big on effort. So even with those friends, when I moved, I was still trying to like keep
Hold
the
on.
relationship.
Okay.
But
Where are
if
you
you're
from?
not New York,
Okay. Okay.
so if you're not reciprocating, then I'm just gonna be like, all right, well, it is what it is. Then you
Gotcha.
don't want to be friends, we're not gonna be friends. So
Do you think when you visit home that you will see those friends? Do they know that y'all are not friends anymore?
clearly, because we don't talk.
Okay,
So.
but sometimes people are just, you run into them and they like, girl, I ain't heard of you in a long time. They don't even know where they stand.
That's silly.
Yeah, some
No.
people like that. They
Yeah,
play
no.
crazy.
Because we
Okay.
used to talk. We had a group text and everything,
Oh,
group chat. So,
okay.
Like, no.
I got you.
We're not talking.
Got
Like,
got you.
yeah, there's no birthday wishes. No,
Okay.
yeah,
Oh,
no.
you done. Okay. Yeah.
I tried.
get
I
it.
tried for a good year.
Okay.
And I was like, okay.
So how has it been with your friendships here in Georgia with certain people since you've been here?
So far, it's been really good. I find that they're genuine, or maybe I'm just picking better people. I
Okay.
don't
Okay.
know. But I
That
feel
could be
like
the case.
yes, I feel like I've been meeting really genuine people.
Okay.
And maybe I'm better at discernment, realizing who's a true core friend
Gotcha.
and who's just a person that I know that's cool.
Okay. Okay. And with that difference too, yeah, there is a difference with that because when they are true friends to you, it just hit different. You don't even have to say certain things; they just know. Yeah. Is it a lot of people like that in Georgia for you thus far?
I would say I've got so far probably about 2
Good friends.
good friends.
Got you. Okay.
And I don't think you need a lot of friends either,
True.
because then they're not really friends.
I believe that.
So I mean,
agree
you
with
met
that.
one of them.
Yes,
right?
of course. Yes.
You know,
yes.
one of my good
I love
friends.
one of your true friends.
Yes. And we met. I don't want to say by accident, but
Okay.
because our daughters went to school together and
Okay.
they became friends.
Okay.
And she would message me to have the girls hang out.
Okay.
And at first, I'm just busy, and I'm like,
Gotta fill them out. Yeah, gotta fill them out.
you know. But she kept trying. I was like, all right. So one day we met up and hung out, and I was like, oh, she's real cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like her. So from there, we just built a friendship, and like I said, effort is my
Y'all
big
like
thing.
sisters. That ain't
Yes,
even.
that
That's
is
totally different. She's a
my girl.
sweetheart. She's
That's
a
my
sweetheart.
girl.
Yeah.
And with the effort being a big thing for me, I had an event, and I asked her to just like do one little thing to help me out, or because she asked me if I needed something, so I was like, actually, yeah, I do need some help. And she came early. She went like above and beyond for me, and I was like, wow, like she has really shown up for me, and she's just basically never left.
Yeah. Seriously.
Since
seriously.
that day. So I appreciate her greatly. So she's one of the amazing, genuine people that I've met.
Okay. I love that for you. I like her. She's a sweetheart.
Yes.
So that's another thing too, like with picking the people that's a part of your life. It's not even, I'm gonna just speak for me. I'm at a point now where there's friend to me is like family. So it comes a point in time in life, you just got to see who's going to be there.
Yeah.
And if they're not, it's okay to just go ahead and walk away. I feel like when it comes to friendships as I've gotten older, if we can agree to disagree on things, or if we had that little, falling out for a second, I don't feel like we really are that. Because it's okay to, you do have some friends that never argued or whatever, but I feel like if everything's just so perfect, it's not, it's something later, or you find out who that person is later on. And just like I spoke on this like a year ago, when it comes to knowing your friends or who's in your circle, who's in your corner, you really got to pay attention, because sometimes it could be you. You don't realize that until certain
That's
things
true.
happen. So, friend, I'm going to say, if I say you my friend, you family. And now I've gotten it to where I can count on hand with friends, because I used to be the giving, or the you can do anything and it's okay, whatever. I had to wake up with some things with people when it came to that word friend, and knowing who's really going to show up for you. And then some people probably had to do that for me, and it's okay. I had to be okay with not being bothered with certain people too. So if you hold value to me, I'm going to honor that to the utmost, as long as you allow me to.
Right.
Other than that, the hell with you.
Yes.
That's
And
how
I see
look
that
at
with you, because, you know,
That's just how I am.
I think we connected
Oh, most definitely.
immediately.
Yes, most definitely. Then with our kids.
Yes,
So,
and
yeah.
we got kids, so like we haven't explored
Yeah.
the one-on-one friendship
Yeah.
as much, but
Yeah.
it's, you know, I can tell.
Yeah, most
You
definitely.
can feel it from people.
It's
so.
genuine. And when it's with people, as you get older, you see the real from the fake when it comes to certain things. So you got to know who you want in your circle too, because everybody's not meant to be a part of your circle, a part of your life.
Correct.
Some, like you said, it's a season. Sometimes it could be a lifetime, and sometimes it can be for a short period of time. So you got to be okay with just saying,
Right.
either you are, either you're not, and I'm okay with that. Because that used to be hard for me. Like, damn, we not friends.
Right.
Oh, well,
Right.
dang,
What
or this
did I
person,
do?
yeah,
Like,
or this person actually did something to you that you weren't expecting. And it's like, dang, that person, I can't believe, or whatever the case may be. But I had to learn that it's okay to be to yourself, or everybody's not your friend. Like you said, our parents say all the time, that's not your friend. And I listen to like our kids sometimes, they be like, that's my friend, or such and such is my friend. I be like, oh my God. You try not to get into it. They have to see things as they get older. You try to prevent them from stuff, but they still gonna go through it. But it's like, dang, you just don't know. You're gonna be meeting a whole lot of friends as you get older.
Yes.
So I just try
Yeah.
to just go with the flow of it.
I
Either I rock with you, or I don't.
Yep. I've been telling my daughter, like, telling me stuff, and I'm like, didn't you say they were mean to you?
Yeah.
Like, last week I don't think that's your friend.
Yeah.
But
Somebody you may know, but not your friend, but they have to see for themselves. And right now it's innocent from them.
Yeah.
You try to prevent certain things with them, but they go right back to it. That's just like with our girls. They love each other, and then it's fussing, and then it's back. I want to go to such and such house, so I want to play with such and such, but it's just it's something that they're going to go through. That's how I look at it.
I'm okay with the fussing.
Oh yeah.
But if you tell
If
me
it's physical, yeah. I'm big on that. And that's another thing too. If you ever came across a quote unquote friend that's like, we finna fight or something like that,
Oh no.
we definitely
Oh,
not. We definitely not that. I know of some
No.
instances of some quote unquote friends where they physically touched each other, and it's like, no, that was some built up. That was something that was you've been wanting to do, some held up animosity or something. And sometimes you have to watch people too when it comes to you growing or your success, or you're trying to be better in life. They really show you who they are. Or if you're going through, where are those friends?
Yeah.
Because people be forgetting sometimes that it's important that if we're friends and I'm going through something, that's why I feel like I need you the most.
Of course.
And I think people forget that.
Yeah.
So that's another thing too. What's your thoughts?
That reminds me, I had a friend when I first moved to Georgia. And we fell out maybe a couple years after I've been here. But she wrote this long text message, just like, woo. I wouldn't say cursing me out. I don't think there was any curse words in it.
Yeah.
But
Getting you
just-
together, so she thought.
And I was just like, oh, you had these thoughts for a long time. So I was just like, okay, so you weren't really my friend. So that was, I wouldn't say it was hard, but I was just like, oh, okay, this is, okay.
Yeah, this how we really feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, even if they apologize or time passed and I'm like, no, I remember
Yeah.
what you said, and that, like, because I don't talk to my friends crazy,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I'm never going to, period, people in general.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
going to, like, curse you out. I'm not going to go down to the level of hell
Yeah.
when I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that's not the way you talk to a friend.
Yeah.
Even if you're
supposedly.
upset, that's,
And
I
you
would
can let it
never
be
do
known
that.
that you're upset without certain
Right.
things. Certain things you, to me, just with people in general, you don't say because you cannot take those
can't take it
words
back.
back. And people are not going to forget, how you made them feel for what came out your mouth. So that's why when it comes to certain things you say to people, you got to be careful because once you say it, you can't take it back. And I know they say like, certain things happen or certain things being said, but people look at you different after you didn't handle them a certain type of way. Because words, they can hurt and they hold weight too, depending on the situation.
Yeah.
So, with certain people will tell you how they feel, especially when they mad. They really tell you the truth about how they feel about you, I feel.
I mean, and it's different. Everybody has different personalities and
Yeah.
they handle things differently.
Of course.
So for me, like when I'm upset, I'll just be real quiet.
Okay.
I will take the time to be one with my feelings.
Gotcha.
If I'm mad, I'll be mad, but I'll process it and then I'll come back and I'll talk to you later. But some people aren't like that.
Yeah.
And they just,
Yeah, let it come out. Yeah.
and that's okay as long as you're doing it in the right way. And that was just not
The
that
right
was
way of
not
how
the
she did it.
way.
Yeah.
I was just like, I was like, no, ma'am, not my
Not
friend.
gonna handle me like
Nope.
that. Yeah.
So, learning experiences. I think I'm getting better and maturing
Okay.
as I get older in terms of that. Growing up, seeing my parents, like my mom, my parents in general didn't really have a lot of friends and people
Okay.
around them.
Okay.
As a kid, it's like hard to understand. Like, oh, why don't you like people over at the house?
Yeah.
And I understand now.
You to yourself. It's more to
understand
yourself.
now.
Or you have who in your circle that's supposed to be. And your people understand you too. If Janelle is to herself and we not coming over today, it's just that you're gonna know your person. That's another thing too with knowing your friends too and knowing your boundaries when it comes to people because you have to set them. And I feel like as you get older, when it comes to growing, you have to set boundaries.
And boundaries.
They have, they
Those
have to
boundaries.
they have to be. They have to be because as you're trying to do something and just say, and it's okay if that person is not where you are, you just not there anymore. You just got to respect it.
Yeah.
And if you happen to, come along and follow the bandwagon, that's fine. But other than that, you got to keep it pushing.
Yeah.
And then life be too short. I just don't have time to be going back and forth with nobody, checking no friendship shit. Like, it is what it is for me. That's how I look. If you there, great. If you not, congratulations, moving right along.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold on to that now. That's me speaking now.
Yeah.
I used to be like that. I used to be like, damn, we not friends. What's wrong? Let's fit. No, ma'am.
Yeah. I think boundaries is big for me and I just had this conversation recently.
Okay.
I'm still private, and I think that's like a growing up thing.
Yeah.
My girlfriends have told me like they feel like maybe I don't trust them to tell them certain things, but I'm like, I don't have to tell you everything that's happening in my life. So me not telling you doesn't mean I don't trust you. It's just I don't want the outside banter. I don't want the judgment. I'm very good decision maker. Like when I make a decision, I'm good with it.
Okay.
So that's one thing I've learned about myself.
Okay.
And in friendships, is that like, I'm not gonna share everything. With
Yeah.
you.
No, seriously.
Even with best friend, like I'm not. Because I mean, in the back of my mind, I think it's still like women are
women. Women are women, and that's just
Woo!
You don't even have to say no more because
Yes.
you know what you wouldn't do to a person. Or like with me, if I'm no longer your friend, whatever we talked about, did, whatever you shared with me, it goes nowhere.
Correct.
I just don't fool with you anymore.
Correct.
Now, I'm not going to not be your friend anymore and everybody knew about your business. I'm not that person because once we're done, that's just what it is. You trusted me enough to hold whatever it was, to say whatever it was, or whatever you may have done. What's the sense that we're not friends anymore? I got to tell everybody or show everybody.
Right.
I'm not going to do that.
Right.
What I will do is continue to wish you luck and you now out of my life.
Right.
And I think people, especially if you've been hurt by people or have gone through stuff, you just got your boundaries set up. Like, it's just what it is. Because I'm private. Everybody's not going to know the ins and out of everything. It's That's just me. But I don't mind sharing certain things
Right.
with people, you know. But like you said, in the back of your head, what you gonna do with it if it
If
ends?
somebody knows
Yeah,
everything about
everything.
you,
Yeah.
oof.
Yeah, it's just it just
No, thank you.
it hits different. It just hits different. You just got to know who you can trust and who is close enough to you to get there if they're able to.
Yeah.
And still have boundaries set
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody that knows everything about
I
me.
got you.
Even like my sister, my siblings. Like, I don't think there's anybody that knows everything.
Got you. How many siblings do you have?
I have two. Older
Okay.
brother, older sister.
Okay. Oh, you the baby. Okay. Same. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I think just seeing life happen and
Yeah.
knowing women, we are complicated beings.
We can be. We
So
most
like, I'm
definitely
just like, I
can
don't
be.
feel comfortable with somebody knowing all of my secrets.
Yeah,
Or
I get
just
it.
all of me. Like, that's just weird.
I get it. You entitled. That's your opinion.
me.
You entitled to that.
It's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes it'll keep you from having to, like, I don't know, be ready to fight somebody or put you in that mode like, I entrusted you with that and then you do this. Because that's people, especially females, after you're no longer friends or whatever, or however it may have ended, they quick to take whatever you shared, told them they weren't supposed to, and everybody knows.
Yeah.
That's not a good feeling. That's definitely not a good feeling. Had you just kept it to yourself or just only given so much, you wouldn't have that to worry. But then people going to be people anyway. Because people, if they don't know, they tend to make shit up anyway, too.
That part.
So you got to take that in consideration, too, with that. But I get it. If it's yours, you don't have to worry about it being exposed or shown or whatever if you don't want it to. You only get so much. Because that's what people do. People going to tell you what they want you to know. People going to show you what they want you to see. People going to do what they want to do. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. And it's not like I'm keeping stuff from people. I'm a big journal writer. Like, I've always been diaries and all that. So if I feel something or I want to share something, I'm going to write it down.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how I'm sharing it. Like,
Okay.
I don't have to tell somebody
Yeah.
to make me feel better. Like, I just write it down and
Go from there.
yeah.
Yeah.
keep it there and that's it.
I get
If
it.
it's something I really need to express, it depends what it is. But
Or
you know,
who it is.
Right.
That's another thing,
Yeah.
too, with who you can tell or who you feel comfortable with letting them know certain things about you or letting them in. Because everybody done went through something. Everybody got a story to tell. And everybody don't want everybody in their business when it comes to certain things. That's another thing, too. Back to boundaries. And your friendships and just with people. Because if you make it easy for somebody to let things out with you, okay, yeah, I get it. But if people are still questioning or trying to figure certain things out about you, you gonna limit yourself of what you want them to know. And then you gotta watch too with friends if they always talking about other people.
That friend that I fell out with,
Noted.
is talking about other people. And I was like, so you probably talking about me.
Yeah,
So,
or I can't tell you
Yeah.
certain things or everything. Because everybody knows something about somebody, especially if you hadn't met them and you just say you with that person that talk about everybody. You gonna know who everybody is. That's not good. You don't want that. Because like you said, what you done said about me?
What do you say when I'm not around?
Exactly. No, I don't want to have to question that.
Yeah.
I just rather stay in my own bubble,
Exactly.
let those in that's supposed to be, and keep it moving with the ones that don't supposed to be. That's just how I look at it. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited
Okay.
for growing new friendships.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe it's an age thing or I don't know if it's like a Georgia thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I said, I've been meeting really genuine people that I've been here since I've been here. So I feel like there's people that I can grow friendships with.
Gotcha. Now my move here is different. Like I had to see just from coming from home, I've always been that friend. So when I got here, it was just like, you know, like this person trying to be your friend because they trying to like get you. Because to me, nothing against Georgia, but it was like a scam. Like, what's your motive? It was a motive until meeting other people to where I am now. It's like, okay, this person's cool, or okay, now I know how to maneuver and deal with certain people and put who I want in my circle or in my life. Other than that, stay where you at.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it would have been different if I moved here and I was like single or dating.
Yeah.
It would have been different. But I moved here married with a child, so I think I met other married people
Yeah,
or
yeah.
people in couples.
Yeah.
So it was a different dynamic.
Yeah, I get it. I definitely
Once you start
get
hanging out with like
yeah,
people
like
with kids
yeah,
and it's
that's
different.
true. It does
You
hit
do
different.
different things.
Yeah, that's
and,
true.
Yeah, so
That's true.
Yeah, maybe it's just because I was older and
Gotcha.
the situation when I moved here. But
Okay.
so far it's been good.
Do you plan on staying in Georgia?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
Oh,
I got you. I was just gonna ask, did you ever plan on moving back home?
Oh no. There's nothing that makes me want to move back to New York.
I got you.
Love New York. Growing up there was amazing.
Okay.
No.
But you good. You good in the South.
Yeah. No. When I go back, I'm 3
Visiting.
days.
Okay.
And I'm ready to go.
Got you.
I'm ready to come back home.
Got you.
It's too much.
How long you been in Georgia?
About like 8 years.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. 7
Okay.
years. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is home. It was home as soon as we pulled up and we saw the skyline.
Oh, okay.
It was home.
Okay.
I felt it.
Okay. I'm still trying to get there. A
Yeah.
little bit.
What made you come here?
Well, the job changed, the passing of my mom, just something different, like totally different. And I've always wanted to, like when I was younger, I used to be like, oh, I want to move to Georgia. Had an opportunity to come up here before and it didn't happen. And it was just like, okay, moved here in 19. And so, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, I thought you.
You talking about the age?
No, I thought you were gonna say 19, like 99. I was like,
No, no. No, I moved here in 2019.
Okay.
So yeah, and been here, but sometimes it's just like when it comes to home, is like home is where my folks at.
Yeah.
So being up here, learning and meeting people or getting to trust people is like, I don't know. So that's like my with people and learning people or whatever. I've come across some great people. Don't get me wrong. You one of them. I've come across some good people, but it's still learning. Like back home, you know your folks. It's like, okay, I can go here, do this, or I can not be bothered or whatever. Cause I get homesick sometimes when it comes to certain friends or family, and then it's like, okay, you got to remember your reason and your why. And if it's meant to go back home, it is what it is. If not, you keep pushing and learn people, cause people change, situations change. So it's just part of knowing who you are and who you want around you. That's how I look at that, with just summing up friendships or friends with people. That's where I come from with it. So
And I find it crazy that it's not about how long you've known somebody.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can meet somebody and they be the best compared to somebody you known for all your life, basically. So I definitely get that. That's why I said meeting people now is different from where I am now as far as life growth and mental and stuff like that, as opposed to just, this my friend and I know it is and nothing's never going to happen. Now it's like an interview. Wait a minute. Do they meet this? Do I meet this with them? Can they be trusted? And because you have to do that, especially like you said, if you're involved with someone, if you got kids, your career, whatever it may be, whatever's going to have you comfortable in life that's going to make you happy, you're going to want the people around you being the same way. If you always negative or it's always woe me or something going, I don't want you around me. Stay away from me. Don't call me.
I have a hard time with like a couple of my friends are single.
Okay.
Like newly single.
Yeah.
And I try to listen to the dating stories. And I give advice.
Yeah.
Because I'm a Virgo.
Okay.
So I'm very like, this is what's happening.
Yes.
So I give advice. And I know as a woman that they're not gonna take my advice.
Of course. Yeah,
They're gonna be like, oh, you're right. And they're gonna do what they want to do.
Yeah.
So they're still gonna do the foolishness.
Yeah.
So it's hard, but like I think because they know me and they know I'm coming from a place of love, I'm gonna tell you. You're asking for advice.
Asked me, yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Yeah.
What you do with it, that's you.
Yeah.
But after a certain point, I'm gonna stop talking to you.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it because I'm being on. We on this again. I don't want to hear that. And see, that's what I had to come. Yeah, I don't want to. Like, again, that goes to who plays a part in your circle when it comes to dealing with people. I just don't have time for it anymore. Like I said, we're getting older. I just want to be at peace with stuff. I want to be happy, bubbly, have the people that want to be around me and the people I want to be around. And I'm going to keep it moving. Other than that, stay away from me. Just
Yes.
leave me alone.
Yes. And the good friends, they know. Like, if I'm like, leave me alone.
Yeah.
They know, like, I mean,
Give it
leave me
3 to 5
alone.
business days.
But I still live.
Yeah.
But just leave me alone.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. I'm sorry. I don't care what you're talking about. Like, I
Yeah.
already told you what I had to say.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
finished.
done with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why your circle may be this now as opposed to these. You got to keep it moving.
Like,
Yeah, I get it. No, I'm just, that's the number.
Yeah,
It's on one
like
hand,
real
though.
small.
It's on one hand because everybody's not there anymore. And then, yeah, oh my God, the world we're living in, the time we're living on, you want who going to want to be there. That's just how I look at that. Friendship, relationship, any kind of ship. You want who's going to want to be there and who's, like you say, putting towards the effort. And just showing themselves that they're there for you and vice versa. If y'all can just continue to go back and forth like that, you're good. If not, it's okay. That's what people got to know too. Friendship don't always end over beef or stuff like that. Sometimes you genuinely just grow out of people and then you can actually be more real with the situation when you just tell them, look, it's no longer nothing against you and it's okay.
Yeah.
I wish you well. God bless. Peace and blessings.
See,
I'm
but
out.
you don't even get that sometimes.
That's true.
Even as we get older, I'm like, so you couldn't have a conversation? Like, I have one friend, I don't even know what happened. Like, she just
disappeared
and won't respond. And I'm just like, well, at least you could say. Because I want to know if I did something to you, right?
Yeah.
Like, I want to know what bothered you, but you don't even get that.
That's crazy. But it be like that sometime, and you got to learn to, that's how some people are. You may not have known that person how you thought you known that person for them not to even tell you whatever it was, and that's okay. But they have to be acceptable to the fact of if they try to come around now and you try to tell them, ask them what it was, they got to respect the fact that you don't want to hear it anymore. So I just look at it on both ends. You don't fool me no more, that's fine. If I don't fool with you, you're going to know.
Right.
And I'm out.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can walk out of people's life without them even knowing, and they still right there.
Good point.
So that's just how I look at that.
That's a good point.
Forget people when it comes to certain things, though. But when you care enough, you can just say, hey, this is how I'm feeling. You either fix it or go on about your business. Again, any kind of ship you in.
Yeah. And I think I used to care too much.
Mm-hmm. Now you don't.
I mean...
Now you don't.
I learned.
Okay.
I think I learned. I remember there was one friend that I had. I was like a young adult.
Okay.
And there was one night where like she was texting me. She was like upset about some dude, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna go like see her. I was still living with my parents.
Okay.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna go like be with her and
check
like,
on her and stuff. Yeah.
And my mom was like, don't you go anywhere. She was like, it was like thunderstorming and some crazy stuff. And she was like, she could be setting you up for whatever. It was, I don't remember the exact, like, but my mom just said that. And I was like, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I was like, you could be right. And that was one of the friends that I fell out with.
Okay.
But.
Did you go?
No, I didn't go.
Okay.
I did not go. And maybe she wasn't right, my mom, but like she had a point.
Yeah.
Because that friend later turned out to be
a foe.
And you look back and you're like, oh, she was really hating on me.
Yeah.
At some points in my life. So I think just learning those life lessons, like reading in between the lines of situations, people may seem to be. Meanwhile, they're preying on your downfall, or they're plotting on you, or they secretly hate you, or
stuff you'll never know the answer to when it comes to that. That's just, you live life to the fullest. Who's supposed to be there will be there, and who's not supposed to, they'll eventually show themselves if you hadn't called it out, and they're going about their business. That's just my opinion, my intake on it.
People show you who they are.
They do, and when they do, you got to believe them.
You gotta pay
when it comes
attention.
to that, seriously. You have anything else about friends?
I just look forward to the growth.
Okay.
Yes. I like people. I believe in people. I believe there's a lot of genuine people out there. I believe a lot of women are looking for sisterhood and
Yeah.
all that. So I'm hopeful.
Okay.
I like getting older.
Yeah.
I like the wisdom that comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm looking forward
Have
to
you
it.
been like out to any like friend groups? Is that how you're meeting your friends, or are you just allowing people to come to you natural, who see fit,
Yeah.
who you see fit to be a part of your circle, your life?
Yeah. Naturally, I've never tried the friend group, like the meetup.
Okay.
I think I might have done it like once or twice, but I don't think I've ever done it long enough to actually build relationships.
Yeah.
I feel like stuff happens naturally in your life. Same with like dating.
Yeah.
You know, you can't like keep trying to date.
Yeah.
It's just gonna happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just meet people organically, out and about, talk to people. I like people, like I said.
Yeah.
So I'm always talking to somebody somewhere. So
Gotcha.
yeah, that's
You don't
how I
meet
meet.
strangers. Okay, I get that.
Indeed.
Well, my intake on it is people are going to be who they're going to be. You're going to be who you are. And it's all about who you accept and who people accept in their life. So I just stay hopeful when it comes to that with meeting people, knowing and setting boundaries and upholding them. And just knowing your worth when it comes to people being a part of your life and you being a part of those, because it's a privilege.
It's a privilege.
It's a privilege for you to have me as your friend. I'm going to say that. And I take it as a privilege of you being my friend when it comes to whomever's a part of my life. But again, friend to me turns into family. So you got a title and a label when it comes to me instead of the friend thing.
Yeah.
But other than that, I take it for what it is and I just soak it in. So
Yeah.
that's just my opinion on
You're
it.
right about that, because the friend that you met, we would like have friend nights where she would come, like we would find a recipe and we would cook together and we would just hang
And
out.
she can do that.
And
she does a
I'm
great
like,
job.
I never did that with anybody. I just never. So that's a real friend. I'm like, the fact that I actually liked you enough to trust you to come into my space.
No, seriously.
And like, she's with my kids. There's been times she's taken my kids just without me. She's like, oh, I just want to like take kids. And I'm like, I actually trust her to do that. That's hard to
No, seriously.
to find.
Especially when you have kids. Nobody trusts anybody with their kids. So I definitely get that. I definitely get that. But again, she's a sweetheart. So I can see why we all love her.
Yeah.
But that's all I have on that pertaining friends. Do you have anything else on your end pertaining friendships?
How many
that you
close
would like to
friends
say?
do you have here?
Here?
Yeah.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I can say probably a good 3. 3 if I had to say like
That's
friend.
accurate.
I'm still learning people for who and what they are.
Yeah.
Maybe 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's accurate.
Yeah, I could say 3.
I think that's good. Like if you could have, I'm in awe sometimes of women who have like 5 girlfriends they can go on a trip with. So
Yeah.
I think 3 is good. I
Yeah.
think that's reasonable.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you here? You said 2?
I got probably 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See how small that is? Yeah. That you can honestly say friend. Yeah. Because people cross like, and you have to just see it for what it is and boop, off the list and keep it moving. And that's why I say, like, when we first moved here, it was like, hey, friend, hey, friend, hey, friend, seemed like. And then, no friend, no friend, no friend. And had to keep it moving, so.
That reminds me of like birthdays are a big thing. I love my birthday. Anybody's birthday, I'm going to celebrate. So I have one friend who I thought was becoming like a friend, right? And had people over at my house for my birthday, which is not, I don't like people at my house.
Okay.
And she was like, yeah, I'm coming. I'm going to be late, but didn't come.
Ooh.
Didn't say what happened even after the fact. So I'm just like, okay. So see, now you off the friend list. Now you're just an acquaintance.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that bothers me.
Yeah. Did you say something?
I haven't yet. We've texted a couple of times because I texted. So I'm like, maybe
But your birthday finna come back up
it's
in
about
a minute.
to come back. It's about to come back. A whole year passed. Yes. I was waiting for them to bring it up, but maybe they're embarrassed. I don't know. I don't hate
Do you
her
care
for it.
enough to
I
know
do.
why?
Yeah,
So
I
maybe
will bring it up.
maybe you should and just let that be known.
I just mental note.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't you?
Yeah.
You said you were coming.
Yeah.
So
So you real big on your friends. Yeah. And your birthday.
effort.
Noted.
Birthdays. Just the effort.
Yeah.
The effort.
And if it's a change, there's nothing wrong with just letting somebody know.
Yeah.
So I definitely get that. There's nothing wrong with that. And people need to know what's going on, especially if you planned or what have you. So I get that.
Yeah.
And I take that.
Because I'm the type, I care about people, even if you're not my friend. Like,
Yeah.
I'll just, if I'm thinking about you, I'm going to text you. Or if it's your birthday, I'm going to text you. Or if I see something that reminds me, I'm going to text you or
Yeah.
call you. And a lot of people don't do that.
That's true.
So sometimes it's saddening when you don't get the same
But
treatment.
we also still have to know that everybody's different.
Everybody's
I get it.
Yeah.
And everybody's not going to be how you are as a person. That's what makes us different. But I get it. That could just be your thing of how you are. They may reciprocate it back different.
Yeah.
So I get it, though. I
Yeah.
definitely understand. Everybody's just not going to be you.
I know.
And that's hard. It's hard because
Yeah.
you be expecting you out of people. And then, too, it make you, like, question, okay, did I choose the right friend or whatever? And sometimes that don't even be the case.
Yeah.
People be having life or they don't operate how you operate, but that does not mean that they're not there or they're not trying to
Yeah.
build or be that person to you. So, but
Yeah.
I get it, though.
Yeah. And I don't do it to expect anything in return. It's
Yeah.
just, you just notice
Yeah.
things. And I'm just like, oh, well, I'm always checking on people.
Got
and
you.
don't
And
nobody
I've
check
had
on
to
me.
learn too. Yeah, but I've had to learn that too. When I go to feeling that way or feel that way, I'm going to say something. Look, I've been checking on you for the last couple of days. I haven't heard anything from you. Because the people that's always checking on people or trying to look out for people, they do be wanting it. You got to voice that too. Then the flip side be, I don't feel like I have to say nothing to you. You should know. But again, it goes with us all being different. So I get that. I
Yeah.
definitely get that.
How are you when you need? Are you good with expressing what you need?
Now, yeah, what I want now. Did I before? No. I let people run over me with certain things. I wouldn't say nothing. It'll be okay. I wouldn't bring it back up once me and that person may start back talking or whatever. But now, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Or I cut you off. I'm real big with cutting you off. You won't hear from me. Like,
Yeah.
I cut you off.
Yeah.
I will cut you off, and that's been hard for me. Or if I'm getting in a moment where I know I need some time to myself to let people that I love and care about, look, you're not gonna hear from me for such and such. I'm working on something,
Yeah.
or I don't feel like being bothered. I know how to
Yeah.
say those things now, as opposed to just, I'll tell you how I feel now.
Yeah. Yeah. I did that recently. I tried it because I was like, normally, like I said, I'll just be quiet and I'll just like go away. But I had a moment where I was just stressed with life.
Yeah.
And just like not feeling like anybody reciprocated.
What you were dishing out.
Right. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to be gone for a couple days. And, so
How did you feel?
I was upset that like people weren't like,
What's wrong?
right, no, like what were you doing? Yeah. So I mean, I had my friend.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah.
And I think she realized I was going through something, so she was like, okay, like let me check on her every day. So I appreciated that. And then even after the fact, she came over and she was like, okay, like what's wrong? So, what was my point in all that?
You were basically saying how when it comes to people
expressing
themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
So normally I probably would have kept that to myself, but I think I was just so stressed. I was like, I really needed somebody to
Check on you. Yeah.
yeah, because people don't always do that. Because I'm always the, hey,
Check
how
on
you
you, see how it's
doing?
going.
And
Yeah.
I'm
You
always
okay?
the one, and sometimes people need that too. And I was like, I understand why or how people get like depressed or they feel like nobody cares, because sometimes in the moment it seems like nobody cares.
Yeah,
You could be
seriously.
going through something for like a week, 2 weeks, and nobody like notices because they don't ask.
Yep.
So
Then you still have to put on that poker face and keep it moving too, like nothing is wrong either. But everybody wants somebody to check on them. Everybody. I don't care who you are, how strong you are. Everybody wants to know that somebody care about them or then came and saw about them about something. But again, it's still life. Everybody don't think like you. So my opinion, I feel like you should express how you feel. Let somebody know where they are in your life, and just who don't belong, bye-bye.
Yeah.
And keep it moving.
Yeah.
You only get one life, and you just try to live it to the fullest. So that's my motto moving forward.
That part.
Yep.
One
So
life.
that was fun. Thanks for coming.
welcome.
Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you coming on. I am going to end this episode. You guys stay tuned for another episode. Moving forward, you know where to find me on all social media platforms at Queen's Opinion Podcast. If you would like to collab, if you would like to come on, you can always reach out at Queen's Opinion Podcast at gmail.com. Until then, have a good one. Peace.